as a child, as a little boy playing with his toys. I should be ashamed. And some people look ashamed when I rap, like my great granddaddy didn't take a to the back. Not accepted by the ghetto. I don't give a praise God, I can see the light. Everybody talk about race this, race that. I wish I could erase that. Face that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. He's got daylight. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 98 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Jay Ajayi's going to go. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 75 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. His throw incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver has fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
To throw is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Ajayi. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So the offense taking over in just a second. But You know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go one, who would go two, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1-2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Bortles going to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Complete, this is Lewis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. This is Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Going to run the draw with Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Two minutes to go here in the back after this.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Well, with that incompletion, I want to ask about the game that you worked this last week in Minnesota and Washington. And Minnesota's Teddy Bridgewater didn't play, but active again on the sideline, was very, very emotional, wasn't it?
He certainly was, and I can't even begin to imagine what the road was like. Coming back, the rehab, the lonely days, the pain, all of that because at one point he was told he may never play in the NFL again. Yet there he was, dressed out, ready to play. Says he draws his inspiration from his mother, who beat breast cancer, and figured if she could do it, he could as well.
Neat story. He was sidelined for 442 days. Nice to see him back in uniform.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I'd have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Ajayi. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wins to throw on second down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down following the run. Here's Wentz to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Ajayi first down and more. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Wentz. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And the kick by Elliott is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't he?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just making other guys miss you. It's setting up guys to block those guys downfield with the moves you make, and Jay Ajayi does that very well.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 27 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Bortles. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Bortles to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lambeau on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now a handoff looking right. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.